Hi and welcome back to Normski TV doing another transfer daily incomings and outgoings. Also, I'm going to be doing the preview for the Brentford game, which is going to take place tomorrow, 8 o'clock kickoff, the first Premier League game of the season. Massive game for Arsenal. We're going to be playing away at their new ground, the Community Stadium, and we need to be ready. Are we ready? God knows. With the sort of situation that's been going on with Arsenal when it comes to transfers, we're a shambles right now. And because we're a shambles off the field with regards to our business, we're going to be going into this game as a shambles as well. You know, going to play Brentford, and I'm not looking forward to this at all. But I will talk about that towards the end. Just talk about player predictions, who I think is going to start, and predicted scores, and then we'll see where we go from there. But let's first of all talk about the news. You can see I've got a little bit of a smirk on my face, and that's to do with Aaron Ramsdale, Sheffield United goalkeeper. Apparently Arsenal were in advanced talks with him, putting a bid for 24 million plus add-ons. Sheffield United have rejected that and want more money. We're hearing figures around 35 million pounds. Arsenal are not willing to pay that and decided that they're going to pull out the deal. Chris Wheatley tweeted and it said Arsenal have decided to pursue alternative goalkeeper targets after Sheffield United refused to lower their demands for Aaron Ramsdale. Officials from both clubs met today but failed to find a breakthrough over the final fee. So look, maybe something may still happen, because I'm hearing that the Sheffield United manager, Djokovic or whatever his name is, Djokanovic, if I pronounce his name right, he was being asked whether he feels that if Arsenal are still interested in Aaron Ramsdale, and he's saying he still feels that they are interested, but he would like to keep Aaron Ramsdale. He doesn't want to sell him, albeit that he will bring in a lot of money for the club, and if it was up to him, he wants to keep his prize asset. We don't want your prize asset. So listen, manager, Sheffield United manager, keep him, mate. Do what you need to do with him. Arsenal now need to go look elsewhere now. Obviously they're trying to get their English quota, but they're going to need to go and look elsewhere. Will they go for another English goalkeeper, from West Brom? Will they go for the West Brom goalkeeper? I can't remember his name. Put it in the comments if you can just remind me what his name is. But there's Andre Onana. You've got also Neto from Barcelona. There's a number of goalkeepers out there that are going to be much cheaper, and hopefully the money that Arsenal were going to spend or outlay on Aaron Ramsdale, they can now put that towards their number one target, which I'm hoping is James Maddison and not Martin Odegaard. I hope it's James Maddison, but we'll have to wait and see concerning that. So Arsenal have pulled out the running. So far, that's the situation. We don't know what the future. Something may happen towards the end of the season or the transfer window. So we'll just have to wait and see. But it's not good, us going into the Brentford game with no recognised number two. Ronison, for me, just not good enough. And I cannot believe we're going into our first Premier League game against Brentford away without a number two. If anything happens to Leno, we're going to be in deep trouble. So Arsenal shambles right now in terms of our transfer dealings. Absolute shambles. Not happy with the way things are now being run, and things need to change. But listen, it's like hitting your head against a brick wall right now. Do you know what I mean? It really is like hitting your head against a brick wall. So we'll have to wait and see with regards to that. Obviously, fans are really over the moon about that. I'm over the moon. But let's hope that we get somebody in before the actual transfer window is closed. Just looking at some other news. Just to say that Arsenal have definitely ended their interest in Locatelli. Fabrizio Romano has talked about that and tweeted that Arsenal will no longer be looking to go after Locatelli. I don't think this deal was ever going to happen. He wants to go to Juventus. They're still currently in talks with Juve, so we'll just see what happens. Concerning that, we just no chance. He doesn't want to come to Arsenal, and he's just the way he is at the moment. So I'm just rattling through the news as quick as possible. Now, some interesting news here. I spoke about Alexander Lacazette, that Edu wanted to offer him to Roma. Now, we're hearing that Barcelona are interested. A surprise. I don't know how true this is, but according to the Spanish publication Fitch, I can't pronounce this, Fitch Ages, if that's right, the Catalan Giants recently parted ways with Lionel Messi. This is what they're saying, Messi, primarily because of financial difficulties. And because of Sergio Aguero's latest injury now, because obviously he's out, it's now being suggested that they are interested in signing Alexander Lacazette, the striker. Obviously, don't know how true this is. If it does happen, then will that pave the way for us to go for a Martinez, Lautaro Martinez, or obviously Tammy Abrams? Don't know what's going to happen there. Right now, our forwards, front three are just not banging at all. Aubameyang, don't know what's happening with him. You know, Lacazette scored a couple of goals in pre-season, but Aubameyang has not scored one goal in pre-season. This guy really needs to find his form and find it quick. We've got the game tomorrow against Brentford, and it's going to be absolutely massive. So that's the rumour. I'm sure it's going to, other outlets will be talking about this. And if it does happen, it's going to be a surprise. Will they be able to afford his wages? Obviously going to Barcelona, maybe it's something that, Lacazette might want. Going and playing in Spain, warmer climates. We'll have to just wait and see concerning that. But we'll move on with regards to Lautaro Martinez. Now, the talk is that Inter Milan are looking to extend his contract once the transfer window is over. So I don't know. We're hearing that we put in some massive bid for him, offering him some massive wages of 200,000+ a week, and I don't know whether this is something that is going to lure him. Obviously, Arsenal have to come up with the fee. Inter Milan want in excess of 60 million for Lautaro Martinez. Does Arsenal have the money to do that? We are looking at the likes of James Maddison, who's going to cost 60 million as well. So I don't know. At the moment, Arsenal got their hands in a lot of baskets, linked baskets. That's all it is right now at the moment. So we'll have to just wait and see concerning that. Until I see, I know what's probably going to happen. Come towards the end of the window, there will be one marquee signing. We wouldn't have filled all the other positions that we need to fill, like a defensive midfielder. As far as I'm concerned, we need someone like a Gomes in there, or a box-to-box midfielder. We need someone like him in there. I know we've got Lokonga, but listen, Granit Xhaka looks like he's the one that's going to start. They're looking to give him a new deal. At the moment, Thomas Partey is out for a few weeks. He won't be back in training until the end of August. That's according to Arteta in his press conference. So, we know we're not going to get anybody before tomorrow, but we'll have to just wait and see. I think Arsenal need to get at least 3 more signings. Goalkeeper, obviously, an attacking midfielder, 4, I should say, attacking midfielder, a right back, and possibly a striker if Lacazette ends up going. Now, Joe Willock has agreed personal terms with Newcastle. David Olsen has tweeted, Joe Willock has agreed terms with Newcastle for a permanent move from Arsenal. Obviously 21 years old. He's been with Arsenal since he was a kid, and he's expected to start have his medical tomorrow before completing for the move for the fee of 20 million, I think rising to 25 million pounds. Obviously, they need to, if he does, they need to obviously register him before Friday midday in order for him to be able to play against, I can't remember who they're playing. I think it might be West Ham, if my memory serves me right. But they obviously need to get this deal done quick. So it looks like Joe Willock is now leaving Arsenal and will be going to Parsons to the Magpies. Odegaard, Fabrizio Romano again tweeted, basically Martin Odegaard has always been Arsenal's priority more than Maddison. See, we're hearing so many different stories. One minute we're saying Maddison's the number one, now they're saying Odegaard is the one, and Arsenal board are now waiting for Real Madrid final decision on Odegaard. He was left out of a pre-season game against AC Milan. He didn't feature, and so obviously he's getting pretty, frustrated with how things are going at the moment. So we'll have to wait and see concerning that. I just really preferred Maddison. I would love to go for Maddison. I think he will give us more. Yeah, he's a little bit older, but I think he will score goals, and we need that creativity, because right now Arsenal, we lack creativity. The thing is, defensively we have that lapse. We're not conceding lots of goals, but the problem is because we're not scoring, it always means that we're prone to lapse in concentration. Then we'll lose by the odd goal. If you think about it, we had the third best defence last season, and I just felt that we would have needed to have put the money in areas like attacking midfielder. We decided to put it on Ben White, because he wanted the ball playing centre back, and it is what it is. That's what Arsenal and Arteta want, so it is what it is. So we'll watch this space concerning the Martin Odegaard. That's not going to go away. That's going to keep rumbling on. Bernard Silva has basically rejected Arsenal. Portuguese transfer expert Felipe Diaz has claimed that Bernard Silva doesn't want to play for Arsenal. He wants to play for a Champions League side. He was hoping to go to Barcelona, but the state of their situation, their plight at the moment, financially, they just wouldn't be able to afford him. He's looking to leave Man City, and the price that was here, it was quoted around about £40 million, which is something that Arsenal could afford. But as you say, Bernard Silva wants to play Champions League. We're not in Champions League or in Europe at all. And basically next season is the World Cup. Portuguese international. He wants to be, playing in the limelight when it comes to Europe. He needs to be out there strutting his stuff, and playing for Arsenal and not playing in Champions League. Yes, Arsenal are a big club, but if you're not seen, it makes his position a little bit more in a position of jeopardy if he doesn't, do well. If the club is not doing well, that he's coming to, like Arsenal, and he doesn't play well, then he might jeopardise his position for the Portuguese side. So Bernard Silva doesn't want to come to Arsenal, even though he's played under Mikel Arteta. That influence has not made any difference whatsoever. I just want to finish with this last one, and that's here's one more. But Arsenal considering, which I don't understand. We were going after this guy last season, Ousmane from Lyon. 50 million was quoted. Now the price has dropped to £25 million. And if we don't get our targets, then they're saying that a loan move for midfielder Ousmane is the next objective for Arsenal. I really am baffled why Arsenal are doing this. Why not just go and buy the guy? He's 24, £25 million. Why not just go and put the money on him? We are in need of some kind of creativity in the middle of the park. He will do well alongside Thomas Partey. He's creative. He can score goals. You're now looking to loan him. Just don't understand Arsenal and their thinking right now when it comes to the transfer. It's so much up in the air at the moment, and it's just mad. Not too pleasing. They were looking at some rankings for the managers, and Arteta ranks low in the managers list. As a matter of fact, he ranks 19th out of 20 Premier League managers. 19th. Jeez, man. How on earth have we recruited this guy to manage such a club like Arsenal? Just don't get it. Just don't get it. Absolutely don't get it. And let me just finish here before I go into the preview. Nigel Winterburn is calling for Arsenal to sign James Maddison. He says, former Arsenal hero Nigel Winterburn has urged his former club to sign Leicester City James Maddison this month, despite concerns over his hefty price tag. And he quotes and says, I think where Arsenal are right now, it would be a huge move, Winterburn told Free Super Tips. Leicester have been so consistent in around the top of the league, and to pull that player away using the history of Arsenal would be absolutely massive. We've struggled with our league form, so to bring in someone of that quality would make a strong statement. We're trying to get back to where we want to be, which is the top four. And once we're there, other options in terms of players can start to open up. Maddison would be a great signing and a huge statement, and I hope Arsenal will do that. We need a huge statement right now. Absolutely need a huge statement. It's just ridiculous. what we're doing right now in the transfer window. But let's wait and see. It's going to be a tough one, but it is what it is. But anyway, let's just quickly get on to the Brentford game. That's tomorrow, 8 o'clock kickoff. Arsenal away to Brentford. Head to heads, we haven't played them much, but over the years, history tells us that we've lost 5, drawn 4, and won 4. The last time we beat Brentford was 2018 in the EFL Cup. We beat them 3-1 at the Emirates. But they also beat us in a friendly in 2020, last season at the Emirates. So listen, it's a massive game tomorrow. And we're going there under a lot of pressure. And we need to win this game, because after that, we've got Chelsea at home, Man City away. So we need to pick up 3 points. But, they've got players like Ivan Toney, and listening to the Brentford fans and, some of the influencers over there, they are very confident about this game. It's going to be a packed stadium, the community stadium, new stadium. They've just moved from their old stadium to the new stadium. There's going to be 20-odd thousand people in that stadium. Arsenal will bring in around about 1,500 to 2,000 fans down there, away fans. We need to win this game. It's absolutely essential. I'm not going to really go into what Arteta said in his press conference. I just need us to just go there. The season starts tomorrow. It's the opening of the Premier League, and we need to give a good account of ourselves. In terms of who I think is going to start and my predicted lineup and score, I am going to go, obviously, with Leno obviously starting in the back. Then, obviously, we've got all these right backs. Chambers has done quite well, so I'm going to go with Chambers as the right back. The 2 central defenders, I'm going to go with Ben White alongside Pablo Mari. Even though Pablo Mari had a dodgy game against Chelsea, I'm hoping that he can rectify that. He's going to be up against some, Ivan Toney. There's a couple of good players in there that we've got to watch out for, but Ivan Toney is going to be the main man, so we need to watch him. So we'll go with Ben White and Pablo Mari. Left back is going to be Kieran Tierney. And me, in the front, the 2 in front, I would go with Granit Xhaka, because Thomas Partey is injured, alongside Lacazette, because I felt that he's had a great pre-season and I was starting. But I know what's going to happen. Arteta's going to start El Nene alongside Granit Xhaka. I know it. So we're not going to have no creativity whatsoever. The good thing about Lukonga is that he gets that ball forward, sprays those balls, and he picks up the ball on the turn, and that's what I like about him. Now, in terms of the right midfield, I think he will start. I would want to see Saka. I know he's just come back from obviously the Euros and holiday and that, so he might not be fit to start. So I think I'm going to go with Pepe on the right. I'm going to go with Pepe on the right. In the hole, we'll go with Smith Rowe. On the left, gosh, because right now Aubameyang just ain't saying nothing on the left. But you know what? It's gonna have to be Aubameyang on the left and Lacazette up front. That's what I'm thinking it's gonna have to be. So here we have it. Leno in goal, back 4 of Chambers, Ben White, Pablo Mari, Kieran Tierney. The 2 in front of in the pivot, we'll go with Granit Xhaka, Lukonga, and then in terms of front, the 3, what is that? So that's 4, 7, right. So we'll go with Aubameyang on the left, Smith Rowe in the hole, Pepe on the right, and Lacazette up front. That's the team for tomorrow. And my predicted score, I'm going to go with a 2-1 win to Arsenal. It's going to be a tough game. Lacazette and Pepe to score. I'm going to go with Lacazette and Pepe to score in that game. So going forward, obviously because it's the transfer window still open, I will be doing my previews straight after I do my transfer daily. So whatever day we've got a game and I'm doing a transfer daily until that window closes, I will be doing my previews at the end of those transfer daily. And then obviously once the season and the window closes, then I will be doing my previews and reviews, player ratings, and we'll see where it goes. So let's go for it tomorrow, Arsenal. 2-1 to the Arsenal. Come on. Don't let us down. Let's go for this. Guys, thanks for subscribing to the channel. Please like, subscribe if you're new, share. Get me to 150. I'm one away from 150. Is there anybody out there that can get me to 150? Take care.